You niggas gon' end up in a hearse. You niggas gon' end up in a dirt.
To me, the most satisfying thing about this YouTube channel is watching the comments roll in of you guys like being kind of mind blown at some of the tips I'm able to give you, some of the tips that people on the channel are able to give you to help you advance in your BMX career, whether it's tricks, no matter what it is, just the comments saying that this channel has tremendously helped people, helped individuals just accomplish their goals. It's just so satisfying. It makes me so happy to see that I'm actually bringing value to you guys, and not just the normal like how to 180, how to bunny hop. On this channel, we've done how-tos in the past. We've done how-tos years ago, but we've upgraded into a more in-depth, a better version of the how-tos. Because every BMX YouTuber, every expert, they make how-tos, but we make, for example, 5 reasons why you can't do whatever. My last upload was 5 reasons why you can't 360. And the comments that were rolling in, where they were just mind blown at these reasons, these tips that aren't in the how-tos. It's just things to open up your mind, really understand and dive really deep into the trick and understand the little bits and moving parts that go into just everything that's BMX. So this is gonna be another one of those videos. It's gonna be a little bit different. Anytime anybody asks me, what can I do to get good? I want to get good fast. How do I get as good as you? And I always tell people this exact method. I don't have a name for it. This is actually a very small piece from my BMX course that I'm always promoting. If you are interested in that, link's in the description. It is what I call the BMX growth hack. This is a series of tricks that you can learn, and I'm going to teach you how to learn these tricks in order, what the order to do them in, and how to combine them later. This is what I did. Anytime anybody at the skate park asked me, what can I do? One of my roommates asked me that, and I gave him this method, and in one day, he started BMX just a couple months before, and didn't really ride that much, but in one day, he went from landing like his first clean 360 to he was almost ready to throw a bar spin. He was like, I'm gonna throw a bar spin. Watch the 5 reasons why you can't bar spin first. And he did, so he's ready. We'll get the bar spin challenge when we get back to KC. But, so what I'm trying to say is, I'm constantly trying to come up with ways that I can bring more value to you guys on this channel, so you have a reason to come back, you have a reason to subscribe, and today I'm gonna teach you guys how to improve quickly. It may seem simple, but if you really think about it, that's the point of not doing these general how to 180, how to bar spin. We're gonna open our minds up and think about it. We're gonna step back from the trick or whatever we're doing, and we're gonna think about it from an outside perspective. Because most of the how-tos on here is people, they know how to do the trick or they watch other how-tos, so it's just cookie cutter, the same points over and over, but that's not what we're doing. We're really gonna dive deep and understand what goes into the trick. Because once you understand the trick, you've got it. Your bike is like a maximum of 30 pounds, just this little machine. Like, you are in control of the bike. Once you understand the bike and understand the form of everything that you do, you've got it, you've nailed it, you've basically won. Stay tuned this entire video. I know this is kind of a long intro, but I'm just trying to say thank you and you're welcome at the same time. I'm loving that you guys are enjoying these kind of unorthodox, outside-the-box tutorials, and as long as you keep subscribing and liking the videos, I'll keep making them. Anyway, that was way too long of an intro. I guarantee someone in the comments is gonna be like, video starts at 3 minutes and 21 seconds. I hate you. This hat is, I mean, it's my merch, but like, anyway, let's get into the first series of tricks. So, this is going to be the series of tricks to learn a bar spin quickly. Now, this isn't a how-to. Now, what I think that you watch this video, you get all these tricks in your mind. You start learning them in order because they grow. They expand off each and every other trick. So I'll give you an example in a second. But in between this, you can watch my 5 reasons why, because I'm going to try to come out with the 5 reasons why you can't do whatever trick once a week. So let's say the first one, a one-hander. You got a one-hander, and then the one-hander leads into a seat grab because you take the hand off. You get comfortable with that. Once you're more comfortable just taking a little hand off, instead of going up like that, take it down to a seat grab. That seat grab then translates into a T-bog. So if you think about it, you're going to get comfortable doing all of these. If you're comfortable taking off one hand, instead of trying to do, all right, I'm going to learn a one-hander, and then now I'm going to learn a turn down. Like, it's not feeding off of the same motion of the same thing. So once you learn a one-hander, you're comfortable taking that hand off. It's going to make learning seat grabs and T-bogs much easier. So eventually, if you guys stay subscribed and stay tuned for all the videos, I would have a 5 reasons why you can't seat grab, 5 reasons why you can't T-bog. So you get these in your brain, and then you start watching all my tutorials and kind of the ways to think outside the box to learn the trick even faster. My goal is for you guys to watch this channel, not only be entertained and have a great time with the vlogs, but also in between just all that crazy having fun nonsense, we really get some value out of this channel. So make sure you subscribe and share with a homie, or your riding buddy, your mom's dog. I don't give a shit. As long as you guys are having fun, I'm cool with it. Okay, so the next series of tricks. So I'm just gonna kind of give you just an idea. Maybe you can write these down if you have a pen and paper. Write down these tricks. Like I have a one-hander, dash, seat grab, dash, T-bog. It just kind of grows off, and then one day, go. So when I went to the skate park and I told my roommate to do, he wanted to learn how to bar spin, so I was like, all right, you're gonna start with a one-hander. And he took his hand off. He finally got comfortable. And then he was ready to start throwing the bar, but I'm like, you're not there yet. Keep progressing that skill set that you just learned, which is the taking the hand off. So then he went to a seat grab. Took him maybe a couple minutes because he was already comfortable taking his hand off. Strike while the iron's hot. Then he just went, boom, he learned T-bogs. And now he's comfortable with his hands coming off. That frees up the ability to learn no-handers, suicides. That frees up the ability to learn bar spins, all this stuff. So it's like you plant the seed with one trick. You plant the seed with a one-hander. And it just grows like a tree rapidly up into other things until it reaches into, bar spin, suicides. You're just building off of that one tree. The next one would be, and all of these, the core trick is the bunny hop. So the bunny hop starts with all of this, in case you were wondering what's on my list. So, okay, you want to learn a bar spin? Start by learning the motion. Do a pull-up bar, and if you want to learn how to do the motion, that's when you would watch my 5 reasons why you can't bar spin. 5 reasons why you can't bar spin, learn what goes into it, then do the pull-up bar. After you're comfortable with the motion, go ahead and get used to the whole straightening your legs and flying out part, so that way you're going to learn an X-up. So you're going to get the motion with that, you're going to get the motion with the pull-up bar, and you're going to get used to the form and pinching your legs and everything, getting out of the way of the bar spin by learning an X-up, and then once you've got the motion and you've got the form down, they just combine and you can learn a bar spin. So let's say you've maxed out both of the trick trees right there. So the first one, you've got the T-bog. The second one, you've got the bar spin. What does that translate into? A T-bog bar spin. So it all they completely work together. It's just a way to start with one trick, sprout it really fast, start with another one, sprout that, and then combine all the way through. I hope this makes sense. If not, this is gonna be an extremely shitty video. But anyway, let's keep it going. We've got a 1-footer. You're gonna get comfortable with the whole taking your feet off. Then you're going to move on to a no-footer. So you're going to know what it feels like to just completely lose control of the bike. No feet on the pedals. Then you're going to get used to a foot jam whip. So now you don't care if your feet aren't on the bike because you're comfortable with it. And then if you learn the foot jam whip, you're going to know the washing machine motion, the dipping, what it takes to get the bike around. And you're going to understand that in a foot jam whip, you're not taking it around town. It's staying in one place. So you're going to get used to that motion of the tail whip. And you're going to land them because you're already comfortable with your feet off. What does that translate to? No footer. You already can take your feet off. Foot jam whip, you already know the form. Combine those, and that's a fly out tail whip. So as much as I would love to plug some B-roll of me actually doing these tricks over this, it's by the time I'm done filming this and get everything situated, it's gonna start raining. So, and I don't really have time because tonight I'm packing. I'm going back home to Kansas City tomorrow morning, and I've got a bunch of stuff planned there with clients and just other things. So I apologize for the lack of organization in this video, but I'd love to get it out to you, so keep it going. This one's very simple. Bunny hop, 180, 360, 540, 720. So you combine what you've learned so far. Let's say you want to learn, you've got the T-bog down and you've got the 180 down. All you got to do is do the 180 T-bog. See how it all just, they start and they sprout really quick, and then they all just kind of reach into each other and they just kind of mesh together, and then you have an unlimited combination of tricks. You just got to start in one place and just really take advantage of learning one skill set, whether it's taking your hands off, taking your feet off, and then later you can combine them. The perfect example of that is people doing those helicopter tricks where they'll go up and then do a bar spin and a crank flip at the same time. I've seen people do a hop helicopter truck, or whatever you would call that. A bunny hop 360 and a bar spin and a crank flip. I've seen that. That's a perfect example of mastering these tricks and then combining them. So let's say, okay, moving on. We've got the fakie, we've got the half cab, and we've got the full cab. They just keep branching off of those. And instead of maybe doing a half cab and trying to half cab manual 180, you can do a half cab, then a full cab, and then a 5 cab. Because later on, what you would want to do is you'd want to learn to manual manual 180 perfectly before you try the half cab manual 180. That's one thing that I really wanted to learn, the half cab manual 180, but I couldn't regular manual 180 that good. So it just took me so long. If I would have learned it in the proper order and did things like I really should have, I would have learned it so much faster, conquered that trick, and moved on to the next one, and it just kind of snowballs. You're just learning tricks fast, you're getting more control, getting comfortable on your bike, and just learning like crazy. Just the kind of last little example I have right now is you learn a nollie, you can learn a G-turn 180, and then that translates into a full G-turn. So the whole point that I want to get across is get really good at one skill set, attack it, conquer it, move on to the next one. So these skill sets could be taking your hands off, taking your feet off, spins, fakies, manuals, nose manuals, all these different categories. Pick one, get really good at it, pick another one, get really good at that, combine them, and just keep the process going. It's better than bouncing all over the globe. I hope this made sense. I hope this helped you out. I know it's going to be kind of confusing that I didn't have B-roll over this. I really wish I could. I really wish I could spend more time on this, but things get busy sometimes. So if you guys enjoyed, if you got any value out of this, please hit that like button so I know to make more. Let me know in the comments below other kind of how-to-ish videos you'd like me to make, and as well as that subscribe button. All right, guys. Boss Squad out.
I need 10 so I can look at the snakes and poses. I need 10 cause bottom head is non-disclosure. I need 10 so I can live with a peace of mind without niggas taking a piece of mine.